All right, everybody, welcome back. We are jumping into a brand new deep dive,
Yes, we are.
and it is January 22nd, 2025.
2025 already.
I know. So today we're going to be looking at the forecast from Tarot by Hookes,
Sounds good.
and I'm sensing a theme already just glancing at it, and it seems like today is all about
Oh, cool.
patience and really taking our time to make decisions.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, and not rushing into anything, and
I think we could all use a little bit of that.
yeah, for sure, and navigating the emotional side of things,
Right.
which it looks like might be a little bit of a theme for today.
Buckle up.
Yeah, so let's jump right into it.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the astrology of the day. It
Okay.
says, slow and steady wins the race.
I love that.
Yeah, and it sounds like today is really about deep thinking and truth-seeking.
That's good.
It even mentions that there might be some emotional challenges today when it comes to, like, personal growth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It really is interesting because it's not just saying be careful and cautious in like your outer world, like what you're doing, but also like internally,
Oh, yeah.
we need to be really checking in with ourselves
Right.
and our emotions.
Be mindful.
Yeah, and to me, that is where we need to like utilize that emotional intelligence that we all have,
Oh, for sure.
and apply it to
Yeah.
whatever situations are coming up for us.
Yeah, I can already think of times when I haven't really thought things through and I've rushed into something.
Oh, tell me about it.
And it just totally backfired. Like that time I booked a plane ticket without checking my calendar.
Oh, no.
And I was double booked.
Yeah, we've all had those moments, I think, where we're like, why didn't I just like breathe for a second
Totally.
and think about it? But I feel like that's what this energy is really about.
Yeah.
Like really being mindful so that we can avoid those like mishaps and things.
Yeah, just like taking a beat and like assessing.
Yes, and the result of that is having more peace, more progress, especially when things feel a little emotionally shaky.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of navigating those emotions, I'm looking at the TarotScope for today.
Okay.
And it has this really interesting quote
Oh.
from Max Horkheimer.
Okay.
And it says, "The revolution won't happen with guns. Rather, it will happen incrementally, year by year, generation by generation. We will gradually infiltrate their educational institutions and their political offices, transforming them slowly."
Wow.
And I got to say, this is not what I expected to see in like my daily tarot reading.
Yeah, it's a little unexpected, but when you think about it, it actually makes sense.
Okay.
It ties in really well with the energy of the day,
Yeah.
which is all about slow change, like that quote was talking about.
Okay, so can you give us a little bit of background for anyone listening who might not be super familiar with tarot?
Of course.
What does it even mean when a card is reversed?
Right, so when we're looking at tarot, a reversed card often means that the traditional meaning or the energy of the card is being blocked or delayed, or even working against us. So like you're trying to drive a car with the parking brake on.
Okay.
You can still move, but it's not going to be as smooth.
Got it.
And you're not going to be as efficient. So with the Knight of Wands reversed,
Okay.
the Knight of Wands is traditionally associated with action boldness, going for it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we see it reversed, it's almost like that energy is being asked to slow down.
Right.
So imagine someone who is really passionate, really energetic,
Okay.
used to like charging ahead full speed, and now they're being asked to like hold back a little bit
Right.
and think before they act.
Yeah.
So that is the energy that we're working with today. I think that quote from
Yeah.
Horkheimer about change being incremental, it's not always these huge dramatic events.
Right.
Sometimes it's the small, consistent effort over time.
Yeah, definitely. And the TarotScope really emphasizes that slow and steady approach.
Yeah.
It says move slowly and deliberately. Resist acting on impulse. Like really driving that point home.
Yeah.
And it even suggests that we might feel a little bit defensive or impatient today,
Understandably.
and advises us to step back from those heated situations or arguments.
It is interesting, too, because the TarotScope even goes so far as to advise against travel today,
Oh, wow.
suggesting that we prioritize safety over speed
Right.
and maybe even postpone any journeys if we can.
Wow. So it really is about like,
Holding back.
yeah, holding back and not like forcing things.
Yeah,
So I guess instead of like pushing ahead, maybe today is more about like recharging.
absolutely. I love that you said that.
Yeah.
Because the Knight of Wands reversed can often signify a need for rest.
Okay.
To step back, reassess before moving forward. It's like that feeling you get after you've done like a really long hike or something.
Yeah.
You just need a moment to catch your breath, refuel before you can continue on your journey.
I totally get that.
Right.
So it sounds like if we ignore this energy, we could run into like some frustration or even conflict.
Yeah,
Hmm.
exactly. It's like trying to force a square peg into a round hole.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work, and you're going to end up frustrated and potentially like
Yeah.
get into some arguments, maybe even have some accidents. Who knows? But the universe is saying, take a break, reflect, recharge.
Right.
That is the message today.
I love that. So it sounds like the key takeaways here are patience,
Yes.
deliberation,
Love it.
being aware of our emotions,
Yes.
and using today to plan things out strategically.
Yeah.
And, maybe do some journaling if you're feeling like you've got a lot of emotions
That's a good idea.
coming up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and remember, this isn't just about avoiding like the bad stuff.
Right.
It's about recognizing that like true growth, it could
Yeah.
be personal, professional, even like on a societal level,
Mhm.
it often happens incrementally, like that Horkheimer quote was saying.
Exactly. And if you think about it, even just in nature, a tiny little seed eventually grows into this huge tree.
Right, yeah.
But it takes time, it takes consistent nourishment, the right conditions. It doesn't just happen overnight.
That's such a good point. So as you go about your day today, think about this. How can you best use this energy?
Yes.
Knowing that there might be some challenges emotionally and that you might need to slow down a bit.
Mm-hmm.
How can you use this for personal growth
Good question.
and to make some meaningful progress? And what does slow and steady look like in your life today?
Ah, I love that
I
question.
think that's something we can all think about
Yeah,
and carry with us.
absolutely.
Awesome. Well, this has been another incredible deep dive.
It
We'll be
has.
back soon with more.
Looking forward to it.
So until then, stay curious.
Bye, everybody.